What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I want to talk about this amendment. This amendment that Representative Larson brought to the House Ways and Means Committee with regards to the reconciliation bill. So if you guys didn't know, they're working a reconciliation bill. This bill is the big, beautiful bill that you're hearing about. In some parts of this reconciliation bill, it's said to eliminate taxes for people who earn tips. And there's caveats. There's different, what we heard that's in this big, beautiful bill, there's a lot of it that we're finding out is not really in the big, beautiful bill. The elimination for taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits, that's not in this bill. They've modified it to a tax deduction. And which is not an elimination of taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. So Representative Larson put forward an amendment to reform Social Security and provide an enhancement to Social Security. So I want to show you this clip. And then after I show you this clip, then we'll talk a little bit about it. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's get right over and we're going to take a look and listen to Representative Larson. He's going to be talking about this amendment to enhance or improve Social Security benefits. Here we go.
My amendment does exactly what the majority says that we are here to do. This will definitely help working families across the board and create a national economic development. Mr. Chairman, my amendment does exactly what the majority says that we are here to do. This will definitely help working families across the board and create a national economic development plan that is tried and true. I'm talking about the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly, and until the child tax credit is made permanent, the #1 anti-poverty program for children. The program that more veterans receive disability from than they do from the VA. I'm talking about Social Security. I commend President Eisenhower, and actually President Nixon was the last president that expanded and enhanced Social Security across the board because they knew exactly what it would do. But believe it or not, my fellow colleagues, it's been more than 50 years since Congress has enhanced Social Security across the board. All of you have received a card from me, but I have here, if you want me to read them, I will, what every single district receives, how many constituents that you have, what the breakdown is, and something few members of Congress realize or understand, how much money comes into your district monthly, and why during this time in post-COVID and global inflationary period, that this is the best economic development plan that we could have, because every single congressional district in every one of your constituents will benefit from this. We propose and have a plan that makes sure that we increase benefits across the board for the more than 70 million people that are on Social Security. We make sure that nobody can retire into poverty. Imagine in this country that 5 million of our fellow Americans, 5 million, get below poverty level checks after having paid into a system all their lives in the wealthiest nation in the world. We want to make sure that we take care of disabled workers so they don't have, we've actually had people die waiting for disability payments from Social Security. And we also want to make sure that there's no longer a disability cliff, so people who are on disability and try to go back to work are not penalized as well. Mr. Chairman, I said this is an economic development plan, and here's why. Because every single district gets payments to their district. And here in, well, for example, Mr. Chairman, Your monthly payments are $310 million that come into your district monthly. That hasn't been changed or altered in over 50 years. And what do people do with that money? They spend that money right back in their district, at the grocery store, at the pharmacy, at the dry cleaner, putting gas into their automobiles, paying their rent, paying their mortgage. That's what this has been all about. That's why this is so vitally important that this committee, the Committee of Cognizance with regard to Social Security, make sure that we enhance this program across the board to help out every one of our constituents. There's no doubt that this will help every single American. That's why I asked Mr. Barthold at the start of this, was there anything in the bill that was before us for people that are making over $400,000 that they would contribute to Social Security? It's fully paid for, including the tax cut that President Trump promised and is reneged on in this proposal. We pay for it. We do so by lifting the cap on people who pay nothing or little into the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and for children. I yield back.
Okay, that was Representative Larson pushing for an amendment to this reconciliation bill to add an enhancement to Social Security benefits. And he's talking about the Social Security 2100 Act. That's his bill that he has been trying to, since 2000, I think it was 2014, he's been trying to get this legislation passed, and he's had no luck. And right now before us, we have a reconciliation bill, which means that you're going to have Republicans who control the House and the Senate and the presidency. They have the power to push this bill through without any Democrats supporting it. And so that's what they're moving this reconciliation bill through. And so you have Representative Larson. Representative Larson happens to be a Democrat, but he's saying, look, why not add this enhancement to Social Security benefits? And one key thing that he was talking about there, he was talking about the fact that people who receive Social Security benefits, and he gave the chairman's district as an example, $310 million every month goes into his district. So people receiving Social Security benefits in the amount of $310 million every month. And they're taking that money and they're spending that money in his district. They're helping the economy in his district. So could you imagine if they enhanced Social Security? So they provided an increase for people receiving Social Security benefits, then you're going to have more than $310 million going into that district. And so that means new jobs. That means that people receiving Social Security will be a little more comfortable. And so this is a good thing. And so that's why he brought the amendment forward. And to my knowledge, the amendment didn't pass, so we're not moving forward with an enhancement to Social Security benefits at this point. In the future, I would hope that we start talking about reforming Social Security, because that needs to happen, because we know in about 8 years, the trust funds will be completely depleted, which would mean a cut to Social Security benefits of about 23%. So you can imagine in 8 years, we could see a cut to Social Security benefits. So all of these politicians, all of their districts, they could see a cut, which means it won't be $310 million. It will be less than that. It'll be, at this point, they're saying, the experts are saying, it'll be 23% less than that. And so that could have a negative effect on these districts. And that could mean that people will lose their jobs, and people receiving Social Security benefits will be struggling even more. And so I want to know what you guys think about all this. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.